Well, we're up here in Belfast canvassing for the election, which is happening next Thursday. Obviously, it falls on a historic date for Republicans on the anniversary of the death of Bobby Sands 30 years ago. We're here and it's the May Day parade, and people from all backgrounds are gathered here in this city centre. It's a century since Connolly came here to Belfast to organise the workers of this city. So people are here to assert common cause for decency and equality, all really core classic Republican values, and the kind of things that will be front and centre when people go out to vote on Thursday.
The relevance of Connolly in this centenary year, how would you assess that?
Never more relevant, arguably, with the current economic climate, the way things are, the precariousness now of work, the insecurity of people in terms of whether or not they'll have a job and what conditions they'll have in that job. I think there's a growing sense that it's a case of, united we stand, divided we'll fall. And I think you can see that here today in Belfast, and certainly out on the canvas. What lots of people are saying is that they don't want bickering anymore, they don't want division, they want a way forward, they want a plan, they want a vision, and Sinn Fein has that. Well, we're one party. We have one leadership. It's southern, it's northern, it's eastern, it's western. And it's very important that people from all across Ireland campaign and work in the different parts of the country. I think it's important that we present a united leadership. I think it's important that the leadership of the party is balanced and is regional, and I think we're some ways towards achieving that. And I also know the Dubs coming up to Belfast to campaign get a bit of a kick out of it, and vice versa. We've always been very happy to have Belfast people and from beyond come into our city and help us out, and we're here to return the favour.
Well, we're here on the Lisburn Road canvassing for Alex Maskey for the Assembly election and Martin O'Well for the council elections. And being an All-Ireland party, this election is as important to me and my constituents in North Kerry as much as it is to the people here in the Lisburn Road area and in Belfast in general. Well, the issues on the door are no different to what they are in my own home. It's about employment, lack of jobs, and for those lucky enough to still be in employment, the erosion of the rights that they have fought long and hard for over the years. There's also concerns around healthcare. Housing is a huge issue here, probably more so even than where I come from, but similar to what every ordinary citizen of this country is experiencing.
What sort of welcome have you had in the door?
We've had a fantastic welcome. I'm very confident that Sinn Fein are going to do exceptionally well in this election, and especially on the back of the fantastic result we had in the most recent general election in the 26th. I'm very confident that our team is going to get bigger and stronger.
And the importance of voting on May 5th, the anniversary of
hugely important. I can't ask people enough to come out on May 5th. I mean, it's only 2 elections ago that Sue Ramsey lost a seat by 87 votes to the DUP in West Belfast, where everyone presumed that they were going to take that seat. So we can't take the electorate for granted. The electorate can't take for granted the fact that the people they want returned will be returned unless they get out and vote on May 5th.
I'm here in Belfast today in Glencullen. I spent this morning over in the Lower Falls and went to the May Day march with my Sinn Féin elected representatives in the city centre. We were up here again 2 weeks ago over in North Belfast, and the purpose of us being here is to try and secure the greatest possible result for Sinn Féin on the 5th of May, symbolic day, being the historic day of Bobby Sands' anniversary, and also to show that we are a 32 county party fighting elections on both sides of the border since the beginning of this year. A huge effort made by our northern comrades to come down and help us in the south, and we're reciprocating that here today. So hopefully after next Thursday that we will have equally as good a result as we had in the south. That argues very well for our commitment to United Ireland, as well as bringing about social, economic and political change. Similar issues are right across the island. It's the economy, it's jobs, it's unemployment, it's the attack on the low-income families, particularly in the south. It's about trying to get people through an awful difficult phase in the history of the 26 counties and the 6 counties, particularly the economic issues facing families at this point in time. Well, most definitely since the election of the 25th of February when Sinn Féin won 14 seats. I was up here a few weeks afterwards over in North Belfast, and what was an aspiration for many people now is seen as a reality. And I think it's certain, that certain day, as Tom Williams said at the foot of the scaffold there, that certain day is coming.
Well, it's great to be back here. It's great to be back up with all our team again. And it's been a while since I've been here, but I'm very happy to be here.
Good stuff. And how's today going in terms of the canvas?
Well, it seems to be going very well, and there seems to be huge support, and we're hoping that now people will come out. I think the big problem we have, not just in Belfast but throughout the country, is getting people out, particularly in the strong working class areas where we're very strong. So I'm just hopeful now that the people will turn out.
On the back of a hugely successful election in the 26 counties, how do you see a stronger Sinn Fein team helping ordinary people in working class areas?
Well, I think it's part of our project, and as we are, we're the only All-Ireland party. I think it's an important message to send out there, and we're putting down our marks now in terms of moving forward and working towards a united Ireland, and also to improve the life for everyone on this island, and to put in place a proper system that is people orientated and not money orientated.
It's a good day, people are in good form, and we're up here in Twinbrook, the place where Bobby Sands lived when he came out of prison, and this is a commemorative garden that people are putting together on a voluntary basis, trying to get ready for his anniversary, which coincidentally is the same day as the election, so we're hopeful that Republican and nationally minded people will bear that in mind. Bobby was probably the first of our generation to be elected, and it's very fitting that we will have a chance at local level and at the assembly level to make our mark, to vote down the ticket for Sinn Fein. We've also had TDs up and down with us and around all over the 6 counties, and I'd like to think that some of our newly elected senators, with 3 senators just elected this week, will be here before May the 5th as well. So hopefully on the day we'll get a very, very substantial vote out. That certainly is the impression we're getting from those people who we're talking to.
Any issues in particular featuring?
I think people have their heads round basically what's happening. There's been a bedding in process. People appreciate the fact that there are economic difficulties. Many of the people that we would represent are affected by those. But they know that we put it up to the Brits in terms of cuts. They know that we provided leadership in terms of the economic propositions that we brought forward, and we know that equality is our watchword. So I think generally speaking, people see us as a party which delivers, and all been well, if we get a good vote, that's what the next term will all be about: delivery on the national issue, on the question of Irish unity, and delivery on all the economic and social issues as well.
And a particular message for the electorate on May 5th?
To come out. It's very, very important. There's no point not voting. Every vote not cast is a vote for the reactionaries, a vote for the Conservatives, a vote for those who don't want progress. Every vote for Sinn Fein is a vote for progress, for continued process of change, for Irish unity and for equality.